Okay.
Can you hear me? Hello.
From
Can
the other
you hear
side.
me? Can you hear me? Am I there? Please let me know when you hear me, if you can hear me.
Yes, you're bumping in the master and the
I am.
audio master.
It's
Yeah.
going through. All right. Appreciate everybody getting in here this morning. Good morning, and welcome in here on this Christmas Eve edition on this Wednesday morning as we're trying some new things out, trying to fast track some other processes. The podcast, which some people do listen to. Not everybody gets in here live on a morning, and so the podcast has been delayed because the process we're currently using is not quite fast enough. So we worked through some things this morning. We were ready to go at 8 a.m. We had to get these things figured out. We got them figured out, and then it messed with the audio a little bit.
And
now we're back rocking and
And
rolling.
we had a phantom buzz.
We did.
That was going on, so I reset the soundboard, not knowing that would connect to the vMix.
Yes.
And so it killed the audio master. Whatever. It's back. Merry Christmas Eve. Not Christmas Eve. It's actually my father's birthday today. Happy birthday,
Tim Courtney.
to Tim Courtney. How
Legend
things would
himself.
change.
Yes.
If she had held on for 24 more hours. I might be the son of Christ.
You would be something, and you are something.
Pretty good. I think we nailed that.
you are something. But we appreciate you guys sticking with us here. Sabrion, this is that 8 a.m. start for you, just bad juju. Hey, things happen. It's life. We're rock and roll. We got this thing up. We appreciate you getting here, starting your morning with us, as today is the last show of the week prior to the bowl game watch party. We will be live from Golf Suites this Saturday night, an 8:15 p.m. kick, a late night in the Golf Suites bar. We hope all of you can make your way over off of Segan Lane to the Golf Suites bar to watch the game with us. If not, we'll have that thing rocking and rolling. Make sure you tune in here on the Tingle & Co. YouTube channel.
If not, you're really going to fucking miss out.
You're right.
I mean, where else would you want to be watching a bowl game where, who
We'll
knows?
have the Free My Boy
And you get
jersey
the
out.
free by boy
We want you guys to sign it, and the only time for you guys to sign it would be
at Golf Suites.
at Golf Suites this Saturday night, 8:15 kick, like I said. But yeah, this is the last show this week. There will be no show on Friday
Or tomorrow?
or tomorrow.
What's going on?
Tomorrow's Christmas.
Ah,
Be up early in the morning opening some presents.
no. In the hospital.
We will be no show on Christmas, no show after Christmas due to travel plans. We will be back on Saturday night for LSU versus Houston. And then obviously next week we'll go back to our regularly scheduled programming of a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of shows. But here on this morning we are going to roll through a couple of things that happened yesterday, as well as look forward to this weekend, and we'll talk to everyone's favorite here on a Christmas Eve. A gift to all of you. We'll have Jacques Duceay join us at 8:30 a.m. this morning, so in about 20 minutes he'll make his way onto the phone line to talk some LSU football. But yesterday, another portal entry for LSU football, or planning to enter the portal, because technically they cannot enter the portal yet. But Coen Echols, a redshirt freshman offensive lineman, announces his plan to enter the transfer portal. Will still play in the game this Saturday, but announces his plans to enter the portal. Obviously, that is the second offensive lineman to announce plans to enter the portal. And with that, it was also those two guys have been two of the names that we brought up on maybe potential pieces you would like to see held on to, and see how maybe they could develop and grow as the time goes on with this offense.
Not
under Lane
necessarily egg on our face yet. 'Cause
No.
we did say there's no way they're all bad. But
Right.
it feels as if this is a situation in which test the waters, and you're more than welcome to come back if you'd like.
And I also think that the situation you're currently in is one that we have, I think, prepared ourselves for pretty well in the way we've talked about it, from the standpoint of there is a coaching change, right? With that comes players leaving, new players coming, and all of those things, staff leaving, new staff coming in. When you have an offensive line coach, right, that leaves, that is not retained, and you bring in someone new, you are going to lose guys in that room. And with this case and the case of Carius Curne, Brad Davis, we heard Coen Echols on this show talk about the role Brad Davis has played in his life and the relationship he has with his offensive line coach. And so it shouldn't be a surprise that when that man is no longer retained by the school, it's going to stir conversations, right? When my coach that I have this relationship with is no longer going to be here, well, okay, where does that leave me? And so obviously there was going to be, players that entered in the portal, and this is not going to be the last. We'll see as the time goes on over the next week or so who else enters, because I think it'll be a conversation. But I think you're going to find out what this offensive line is going to look like. You are changing the guard from Brad Davis to Eric Wolford, from Joe Sloan and Brian Kelly's offense to Charlie Weiss Jr. and Lane Kiffin's offense, right?
Praise answered.
There are going to be differences, right? Hopefully, because it should be much better and much improved. And when you bring the new offensive line coach in and the old offensive line coach leaves, players are going to leave with him and he's going to bring guys in. And over the next couple of weeks, you're going to find out where and how they want this offensive line to be built, right? You're going to find out what it looks like. I was listening to someone else that covers LSU, and they were talking about Coen Echols, and when he spoke with us before the season, he was a left tackle in high school and then moved to center his senior year and was an interior offensive lineman on all the recruiting sites, every school that had recruited him, and even LSU looked at him as a guard/center. And he was your backup center behind DJ Chester in 2024. But going into 2025, you bring in a Braylon Moore. That doesn't really, then he would end up being the third string center if if DJ Chester stays as the backup. That then shifts him over to left guard. And I think there could be conversation about him potentially being a center, maybe him wanting to play center.
Which is funny because when we spoke with him, he was not happy
in
high school moving from left tackle. Obviously, the head honcho of the offensive line in high school, like the most heralded position on the line, right? And his coach was like, not only is it best for you to play center, it's also best for your future in recruiting. And I do feel like some of that had to do with who he was being recruited by. Like Brad Davis probably told the coach if he wants to come play early at LSU,
center's the spot.
Center's the spot. So you kind of, because there's not a lot of true centers in high school where this is the position I play. It's here are the 5 biggest people I have, or if you're actually a factory, it's who can hike the ball and who wants to play it. But it's not like a position where you go and recruit to where you go, no, I only play left guard, I only play center. It's like, no, you play offensive line, and then you specialize after that. And so they were trying to specialize him early. He never really got his opportunity at center.
Right.
Played, 4 games as a freshman, 5 with the bowl game. And then played in every game this year.
Started 7 of them.
And it's just interesting to see maybe how his mind has changed over the years of, I want to be left tackle. I'm not going to play left tackle in college. Maybe I do like center, and now I'm looking for an opportunity to do it. Or because of the staff shakeup, when you have Lane Kiffin and Billy Glasscock that are going over the roster, they're probably looking at some of these term sheets that they signed with some of these guys and going, I don't know if we are going to pay that for this, because they want to allocate some of that money differently and make their own evals on other guys that this could be spent somewhere else. Because I'll continue to say it, they're all highly ranked guys. Like it's either
he was like a top 20 offensive lineman in the country.
That was the big coup when you brought in Brad Davis. Like, look at the recruiting he's doing. They're all 4 and 5 stars, all top 5 at their position or top 10 in the country. And it's like they can't all be bad, Or there's a serious misevaluation of talent from the high school ranks to the college ranks, from huddle to 247 to On 3 to Rivals to even Nike and ESPN, who does not do a good job of it. But that's here nor there. But like, they can't all be wrong, and they can't all just be like, oh no, this is a total like MA, miseval, misassignment. And so then you start looking at was it the scheme, coaching? How
Right,
did
what
this
are the
happen? So
problems?
you got rid of the scheme and you got rid of the coaching, and now the players want to come back at a number that it did feel like LSU, in an attempt to rectify this Brian Kelly situation with the amount of money they allocated, they might have overfilled the coffer for a couple this.
Right.
It's like,
right.
well, based on your performance, I don't know if that's the amount of money you're going to get. And it's like, okay, well, I'll negotiate by going to the portal. You're more than welcome. But if you want to come back at this number, we're happy to have you. And if you don't, we'll find somebody else.
Yeah, I think, and it's
just business now.
This is the way it works, especially when a new coaching staff is brought in. That's the situation, right? There is not a problem in Baton Rouge at LSU where it's like players are trying to get out of there. That's not the situation. This happens when coaching changes happen. There's roster turnover. There are guys they're going to want to hold on to, and guys that, hey, we have a spot for you, but if you want to check it out, go ahead. We're going to bring these guys in, There's going to be a lot of names, right? You've seen 2 offensive linemen enter the portal. I wouldn't be surprised if there is more because you're going to go add 2, 3, 4 of them, right? You're going to bring in a handful of offensive linemen to help build up this room. You're going to try to retain a guy like Braylon Moore at center. And maybe that's what this is saying in a sense, right? We're actually going to hold on to the starter at that position, right? So we'll see what it looks like. But what you're seeing on display is the conversation we've had many times. Players have very, very strong relationships with their position coaches that have recruited them, right? That's what we've said about DJ Pickett and Corey Raymond, Kevin Smith and Kejuan Lacey, Frank Wilson, Harlem Berry, Caden Durham, right? We'll see how those things shake out, but it's kind of all the same conversation where that's my guy, that coach, that's my guy, right? And if they're not here, where does that leave me? And so it'll be interesting to see how some of those other things shake out and where Brad Davis ends up, and if that shines some light on if he ends up somewhere else in the conference and a guy like Coen Echols ends up at that school, right? Then that answers the question of why, right? I think I have a pretty safe assumption of why is that his position coach is gone, but that would answer it for sure. The other big news yesterday that broke around LSU was also around the transfer portal, but it was a potential transfer portal entry, right? Not a set-in-stone guy that there was a potential LSU target in the portal that was not yet in the portal, right? Who LSU potentially could go after, but he wasn't there yet, and he's not going to go to the transfer portal. As Dylan Stewart announces, or South Carolina announces, Dylan Stewart is re-signing and will stay in Columbia, South Carolina with the Gamecocks. Obviously, a lot of smoke around that picked up when LSU hired Sterling Lucas as the defensive line coach to replace Kyle Williams. And obviously Lucas was the lead recruiter on Dylan Stewart's recruitment and his position coach, right, as he was DN's outside linebackers over in South Carolina. And so that was a pretty big announcement because we said it yesterday. We were talking about it yesterday morning. If Dylan Stewart was to enter the portal, there was not a more likely situation for him to end up in than LSU. His position coach was there. They need edge rushers. They have the money. Blake Baker's scheme, all of those things, it would have been the most likely situation. But he will not be entering the transfer portal. Instead, will re-sign in South Carolina as the Gamecocks and Shane Beamer have held on to their 2 most important pieces in this offseason, both Lenore Sellers at quarterback and now Dylan Stewart at edge rusher. Lloyd, were you surprised to see this announcement made yesterday?
No. I mean, South Carolina considers themselves a fringe team. Like, look at all the hype they had coming into this year where you have Shane Beamer, what would be considered, quote-unquote, an up-and-coming young head coach, right, where there's excitement around him. South Carolina has played close ball games. If you're going to bring back Lenore Sellers, there's no world what you'd say, oh, I got a punt on Dylan Stewart. This is whatever money we have, you can't lose your stalwart. You can't. That's a sign of a program leaking.
Yes.
And it's like then it becomes that's Shane Beamer's job on the line if you can't keep Lenore Sellers and Dylan Stewart. Like those are your 2 best players. You can't have programs come in and go,
I'll be having that.
Thank you. Like, I don't care who the coach is. Whatever the coach was getting paid, that we'll get some of that money back.
Yeah.
And that's the situation. Even if you're Beamer, like, what do I have to do? Because I can't look on the front. It can't look like we're leaking oil. And so, yeah, if you're South Carolina, you throw whatever you have to be able to keep your two best players. Because if it's LSU, that would be akin to like name a year when you had like Harold Perkins.
Right.
After his freshman year, it's like, oh, he's going to Alabama. Or he's going to Ole Miss, whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, what's going on in LSU? Like, you can't keep him?
Yeah, you can't hold on to your guy.
You can't hold on to your best player?
Yeah.
And then before last year, or before this year, it would be Garrett Nussmeier. Like, after his junior year, it'd be like, he's jumping ship for his senior year to go somewhere else?
Yeah.
It's like, what's going on in Baton Rouge? So you have to save face by whatever it takes. And this is good for Dylan Stewart. 2 contracts.
Yeah.
How about that? Re-signed twice.
Yeah, congratulations. And it's good for South Carolina. It's a win on their part, right? That
you have to.
They got what needed to be done, right? But what I will say is this is not a miss by LSU. LSU did not. This is not
There's a pie in the sky.
Oh, you only hired Sterling Lucas because no, that's not the case. You hired Sterling Lucas because he's a very good defensive line coach, right? And you need somebody at that spot. You need to fill that spot, and you went and got a guy with SEC experience that is a very good defensive line coach. So this is not, what the South Carolina and Ole Miss fans on Twitter yesterday wanted to make it, where it's like, oh, Lane's getting lockered, and LSU swings and misses. I mean, he wasn't in the transfer portal. Congratulations to South Carolina for re-signing a player that was on your roster. This is not a swing and a miss by Lane Kiffin and LSU on their end.
The fact that you were bought into the thought of it is a win on LSU's part.
Right.
That you were scared it could happen.
Well, and that is the new era of LSU football right now, the excitement around it right now, where every time there is smoke around a big name or a big name enters the transfer portal, the first school that comes up is LSU, right? Especially on the offensive side of the ball. Every time when Levin entered, when Lagway entered, when Sorsby entered, right? When these guys hit the portal, it's like, hey, well, maybe, LSU. When Amarion Miller and Draylon Miller enter, it's, hey, potentially LSU. That's the level of excitement around this program right now. And so it's a credit to LSU and what they've got going on. And it's a credit and it creates an expectation for what next week's going to look like. Every time that a player enters or plans to enter or just there's smoke around it, LSU is brought up because everyone knows what next week is going to look like. Everyone understands the expectation that LSU has going into January 2nd, right? Lane Kiffin posted it again yesterday. Actually, LSU posted it yesterday, where on their Twitter, they posted a picture and a post, right, with a caption that essentially said, LSU football has 2.3 million followers combined across IG and Twitter, and then continued on and basically, here it is. LSU football had combined 2.3 million followers on Instagram and X. Y'all go follow Coach Kiffin before January 2nd, 2026. All right, I mean, this is the official LSU football account shouting out the coach, right, and his social medias, but also make sure you get it done before January 2nd.
Or she won't be getting the news.
Because that day, like we've said for the last 2 weeks ad nauseum, is going to be a massive day, a start of a massive 2 weeks for LSU.
And, I mean, I appreciate the sentiment by LSU football. If you don't follow Lane Kiffin, you live under a rock. Yeah, especially, even before.
Out to lunch.
Before
he's LSU's coach.
He's probably the most followed coach in the country just because people want to see what's happening. And certainly after the Ole Miss departure, everybody was what's going on and he'll let you know. And so if you haven't followed him, this is a reason to make a Twitter and an Instagram.
Yeah,
because you're missing out.
Just to follow him. No, for sure. And
they didn't put Facebook in these metrics?
They didn't. They didn't. Just IG and X,
Zynga?
No MySpace.
Tom?
No LinkedIn.
Oh, thank God.
But this all plays into the expectation that next Friday at at the start of the day at midnight, 12 a.m. on Friday, into January 16th, it's going to be a huge time period for LSU. Everyone has the expectation. That's why every time a player enters, maybe LSU. These are the schools that you should expect to go and be big spenders. Miami, LSU, Texas Tech. And it's not just because you're trying to rebuild a roster, right? Because that would have been the expectation regardless. You're trying to rebuild a roster. You need to go get transfer portal guys. It's that plus Lane Kiffin has the mindset and the pocketbook to go out there and get the best. The expectation's not just to bring in a portal class, right? Like, that's not what you're expecting, huh, Lloyd? You're not expecting just a portal class.
No.
You're expecting, like, the portal class, the number one portal class.
Because I would say last year was a surprise.
Right.
To have the number one portal class, and it's a testament to the LSU faithful, the LSU people that actually have the checkbook and the ability to allocate money and resources and funds to LSU to double down, to go back. And I don't think –
shout out to Bryce Underwood.
I don't think this happens if Brian Kelly is your coach again. I think it is – you go figure it out. We tried. We gave you everything. Go wipe your own ass. And now this is like, there's like renewed excitement like, what do you need?
Yeah.
And that is, I think, the biggest kicker is that now that Lane's here, you've seen what he's done in the portal. You've seen how he's used the people he's gotten, the players he's gotten in the portal. Billy Glasscock, you've seen how he's navigated through the portal. There's reason to be excited about it. So, with those coaches and that staff, does come expectations to be – And the money. I do expect it to be a portal class. And the Hall Z last year was great. You just mismanaged it.
Yeah, we went through it yesterday.
All players that played and needed.
Yes.
But it does feel like there is an enormous – and this might be pressure that has been – I don't think it was applied through the fan base. This is Lane Kiffin putting the pressure on himself. He's the one that's saying January 2nd, January 2nd.
He's an introductory press conference.
Yeah. I want you to get on the phone right now.
He's set the expectation, and it's only been furthered as the days have gone on, that the expectation is that 2-week window is going to be massive. So we'll continue that LSU football conversation and get ready for this Saturday. As we take a quick break here, we're going to come right back with Jacques Duceay, who joins us, the sports director over at WAFB, to continue that conversation and get you ready for LSU versus Houston Saturday night in the Texas Bowl.
Wardos was created in honor of Alan Ward Granning III, fondly known by family and friends as Wardo. In 2019, the oldest brother of the tribe passed away unexpectedly. His remaining siblings and loved ones wanted to honor his memory in a special way. In 2022, Ward's family decided to combine the need for a sandwich shop in downtown Natchez with a desire to pay tribute to Ward's love of good friends, good times, and great food. Through blood, sweat, tears, and countless hours of hard work, Wardo's was born. So go visit Wardo's today at 309 North Broadway Street in Natchez, where the po' boys are so good, you'll swear you're in Cajun country.
Hey, Miss Lou, come visit us, Tom and Wright Granning at Go Martin on the Go Deli.
Go Martin has clean restrooms, community coffee, an awesome beer cave, and a great selection of anything you may need.
Located at the corner of Highland Boulevard and Highway 61 South in Natchez.
Also stop by Wardo's Po' Boys at 309 North Broadway on the beautiful Natchez Bluff,
where everyone is family.
When it comes to your home, the roof over your head matters. At CAS Roofing, we don't just install shingles, we build peace of mind. With years of experience and a commitment to craftsmanship, our team shows up on time, gets the job done right, and treats every project like it's our own home. Whether it's repair, a replacement, or storm damage that caught you off guard, CAS Roofing is ready. We're local, we're dependable, and we stand behind every nail, every shingle, and every promise we make. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about roofing, it's about protecting what matters most. CAS Roofing. Built on trust, backed by quality.
All right, welcome back here as we open up the phone lines this morning, getting it started early here on this Christmas Eve with the sports director over at WFB, Jacques Duceay, who's making some time for us this morning. JD, good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning. Merry Christmas to you and everybody out there.
Oh, Merry Christmas to you. Thank you for making some time for us here on your holiday morning.
Well, no problem. My sinuses and some other stuff are all messed up. This weather is so funky, back and forth. It looks like, here's a nerdy Star Wars reference for you. It looks like Dagobah outside Yoda's planet. It's, I think I crashed my X-Wing. The fog is just rolling in off the Mississippi this morning. It's a foggy morning in South Louisiana, but it's Christmas Eve, and I hope everyone out there is staying safe, has enjoyed their Christmas parties so far, and will be with their family and friends today and tomorrow.
Use the force you must. Oh, Jacques Duceay.
There is no try. Yeah, don't get me.
I knew you could do it.
Oh yeah, Yoda's like a Bill Clinton. That's an easy impersonation, you know. Let's see what other.
Oh, Bill, what do you think about the list coming out?
Which list is that? Oh yeah. I tell you, I'm on all those lists out there. I don't know what to say anymore. Pass me a cigar. Yeah.
Just got a lighter.
When I was in high school, I got up in front of the school for Government Day, and just to keep it politically down the middle, I impersonated Bill Clinton, and then I did Bush. You know, not gonna do it. Wouldn't be prudent. Yeah, no new taxes. You know, older Bush there, and then you had Ross Perot. He was the. May I please speak? Will you please stop interrupting me? Can I speak here? You know, good old Ross Perot.
He probably ran 6 times for president and just never got a whiff.
I think he got the most votes ever for an independent. I think he got like 20% of the vote in '92 when Bush lost against Clinton. I think if Ross wouldn't have run, Bush would have won. But anyway, that's not what you wanted to talk about this morning.
But we'll start it with this Saturday night. It's going to be a late kick for LSU versus Houston. But in the bowl game this weekend, is there anything, beforehand that you're kind of looking at or maybe expecting to see on Saturday? Or is it just kind of a closing of the book on the 2025 season and get ready for the Lane Kiffin era?
Yeah, in years past, you would have a pretty good idea that the people playing in the bowl game are going to be the guys on your team next year, or you knew who the guys were that were graduating and moving on to the NFL. You can look at how much things have changed in a decade when LSU played in the Texas Bowl, and at the end of 2015 when Les Miles saved his job for at least 4 more games. You had Leonard Fournette playing in the bowl game. I think he scored 5 touchdowns in the game. Just ran all over Texas Tech. You had Patrick Mahomes playing quarterback for Texas Tech. You had a sold-out stadium. You had a rocking crowd, and you kind of know who's going to be the guys going into 2016. Now you've got your offensive line certainly looks like it needs to be totally rebuilt with Coen Echols now in the portal, Carius Curne in the portal, some guys who are going to graduate and move on. Your quarterback, Michael Van Buren, who's going to start and play in this game. I don't see him being the future for LSU in 2026. Maybe they can coach him up, but I would imagine that LSU is going to go out and get somebody in the portal to be the new starter. So, I mean, certainly there are a lot of players out there for LSU who will play in the game, will be a factor moving forward. Your Harlem Berries, you would think, looks like he's trending in the right direction to return. Your Trades Greens. Certainly your defensive backs, DJ Pickett, PJ Woodland, guys like that. But, the guy coaching this game isn't going to be with you next year either as Frank Wilson moves on. And a lot of these, basically all these assistants, your offensive assistants are all pretty much moving on. Blake Baker and his defensive staff, for the most part, staying in place. So, in years past, it looked a lot more interesting. You would say, hey, the Houston Cougars are playing in their hometown. They've got an opportunity to play against LSU, and LSU with all their alumni base in Houston. I think that, by today's standards, this bowl will probably sell as many tickets as you can expect. I think they've got about as good of a matchup in terms of the teams and the geography and the fan base that they can ask for. But even then, how many people are going to show up for this game? Houston, I think they've got pretty much all their players, including Connor Wigman, who was the Texas A&M quarterback a year ago when LSU was in College Station, and A&M was struggling, and they pulled him and put in Marcel Reed, and then Reed changed the whole game, and LSU got boat raced in College Station. But he's had a great year for Houston and kind of turned around their fortunes. I think they were 4-8 in 2024, and now they're playing for their 10th win of the season, which they're motivated to do. And I think they haven't really had anybody opt out. I think all their guys are going to play, and they're a 2.5-point favorite. Like you said, late start on Saturday night, 8:15. That thing's going to be wrapping up at midnight. We'll be doing post-game interviews at 1 in the morning, feels like. But, that's where we are. I mean, it used to be, even if the bowl game wasn't a big bowl game, you get used to seeing LSU football play every week, and then it goes away for a while, and you're like, man, it's cool to see LSU play football one more time, but I haven't felt a whole lot of buzz for this game. Maybe that'll change as we get closer.
Well, and that's what I wanted to ask you about, because usually leading up to these, bowl week, bowl prep, the media does have some access, whether it be to players, coaches, something that'll at least kind of tangentially keep you up to date with what LSU football is doing. There's been none of that because there hasn't been any media availability. Do you think that's more to the testament of the staff changes around LSU, or is it more so of like there's really no buzz about the game? Let's kind of how you do and keep it moving. We'll go to the off season.
Yeah, I think the calendar, Lloyd, doesn't help in terms of, the team LSU's going to practice this morning and then get on a bus on Christmas Eve to go to Houston. And then they're going to spend Christmas in Houston practicing at Rice tomorrow. This bowl game really doesn't have any media availability, not a ton anyway. Some of these bowl games you go to in Florida over the years, they would have your offensive coordinator would speak, your defensive coordinator would speak. You'd have your two head coaches get together the day before the game, stand in front of the trophy. They would talk. I mean, it would provide some good media opportunities, and it'd be fun to go out in Tampa or Orlando or some of these places. It's sunny, 75, 80. It's a nice trip. In this case, I think the bowl game had tried to do maybe something with Frank Wilson when the team arrived today. I don't think LSU really was crazy about doing that. I think it's an awkward situation for Frank Wilson to be getting in front of the mic right now and talking a whole lot. Now, on Friday is going to be the one really media availability. They're going to let us watch the first 15 minutes of practice at NRG Stadium, and then Coach Wilson and a few players will speak Friday afternoon, and then you play the game on Saturday. So that's basically it. There's going to be a charity event on Friday that I think they're going to get involved with some kids from the local, boys club and whatnot. But I think that, it's an awkward. I mean, obviously Frank Wilson is not going to be back with LSU next year. He's going to Ole Miss. So, and a lot of your staffers aren't coming back. I think the calendar puts LSU in an awkward position in these bowl games, and awkward positions when it comes to, media availability. And obviously, I guess it'd be nice to hear from Blake Baker since he'll be back next year. But your offensive coordinator is obviously going to be different and so forth. So, from LSU's perspective, what can they gain? Win number 8. They won't break into the final top 25 rankings, no matter what they do. So it's just it is what it is.
Well, glad to see them play at least, as opposed to a Notre Dame who just said, "Oh, Devin, take my ball and go home." But when you look at the bowl game schedule and how this whole thing plays out, I don't think you would be going if you were media obligated. And I don't know who is traveling from Baton Rouge that's not with the team that's going. How do you kind of fix the bowl game scenario to make these feel like they're worth something aside from a sponsorship that they get to put their name on? Because now the big bowl games are the Pop-Tart Bowl because you're looking to see the Pop Nussy. You want to see like what the Pop-Tart does and the Cheez-It Bowl and the Mayo Bowl, and it's like the spectacle of it all as opposed to the product on the field.
Yeah, like I told you before, it feels like the NCAA basketball tournament where the playoff is now the NCAA tournament and the bowl games are the NIT.
Yeah.
But I think that even though they're not selling a ton of tickets, I mean, last night the New Orleans Bowl's on, and I'm joking with Steve Caparata. I'm like, I don't even think they filled the bottom 10th of the Superdome. I don't think there's anybody in this place. But I think that
there's more at the state championship games.
Yeah, no doubt. Carr and St. Aug, I think, put a lot more fans in there than we saw last night. But I think that people are still watching them. I think people at home for the holidays and whatnot, I think they're watching college football bowl games. I think the ratings are better for those things than a lot of things that you could put on TV at this time of year. I think that perception becomes reality. I think that social media is often a place for negativity. I think a lot of people go to social media to say that they don't care about bowl games. And bowl games don't mean anything. In years past, you had 2 teams that made the national championship game, and then everybody else was excited to play in a New Year's Day bowl, or that's what they were angling for, or go to Florida, or go to a nice city. The bowl games were always said to be a reward for a nice season. The players would go to a nice city. They would have a bunch of events for them to do, some fun events, whether it was going to the beach. The Iowa Hawkeyes, certainly I remember when LSU played them, when Jeremy Hill ran wild that game. The beach was loaded with Iowa fans getting out of the cold of Iowa to come down to St. Petersburg and soak up the sun and go to the beach and all that. So, I enjoyed them growing up. Even in the peak of bowls, you'd have bowl games that sometimes nobody would buy any tickets, or it'd be an empty stadium. I think the ultimate case of it being misery for LSU was 1985. They went to that Liberty Bowl against Baylor, and some guys were driving in from across the country. They didn't have anything to eat on Christmas Day. They raided the local Circle K for hot dogs and whatnot. I mean, those were the stories you would hear. I'm rambling. I'm not really answering your question, but I would like to see, I enjoyed them growing up, and it's been unfortunate what's happened, the deterioration of bowl games and history and whatnot. I think they've kept them in place with the big ones, with the Sugar Bowl and the Rose Bowl. They've still kept those games prominent, obviously, with how they put them into the playoff. But, these other bowl games, a lot of them are, how many bowl games do we need? We've got how many teams playing division or FBS football, like 134, and there's like 50 bowl games. It's like 100 teams are getting the bowls. And it is what it is, and LSU has set themselves up now to, their AD has said, look, we need to be in the playoff every year. There's 12 teams. We're paying our coach what we're paying him now. So a year from now, hopefully we're having a different conversation.
I completely agree. And speaking of a year from now, with Lane Kiffin being the future, do you expect him to have his hands on anything, going into the bowl game or on Saturday, or is it just kind of a sit and watch and maybe evaluate what's out there?
Yeah, and I think, like Lloyd brought it up earlier, there hasn't been, he was introduced as the head coach, I think that was December the 1st, and I think he was supposed to go, obviously, on ESPN College Game Day, and then he canceled that. And so I don't think he's done an interview of any kind since we saw him in Tiger Stadium that Monday. So, which is kind of similar to what happened with Brian Kelly when he first got named coach. We didn't hear from him again for a while. From what I understand, I asked last week, it seemed to be he was not going to be there Friday. I was wondering if he'd be there like at the practice Friday, maybe walking around, maybe do a quick casual interview with us. I'm not sure that's going to happen. He might, I guess, drop in and do what Kelly did during that 2021 Texas Bowl and watch from the skybox or what have you. So he might have a better chance to go into the Georgia Ole Miss game in New Orleans. I don't know. He might go to that one instead. But I haven't heard one way or the other for sure if Kiffin is going to be at the bowl game. I would think that he would at least go watch, but I can't verify that yet or not. But he's been at practice, and his coaches have taken a look at their roster, and they know what they've got, what they don't have, and the beginning of January is going to be some kind of interesting to see, who they sign and get on this team, because they got a lot of holes. They got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, and I think one of the most interesting aspects is the video that LSU put out earlier this week, where Ole Miss plays a college football playoff game on Saturday, and then on Sunday LSU's posting a video of the new LSU offensive staff that was just on the sideline for Ole Miss the night before. And like you had said, Frank Wilson is LSU's interim head coach right now, but he will be on Pete Golding's staff in Ole Miss. Has there ever been anything like this? And do you expect the way this has kind of played out to spark some sort of change in how these things are handled moving forward?
Well, the calendar is the discussion. It's the overriding discussion in terms of how do we fix this? How do we enable a guy like Lane Kiffin to be able to coach his team throughout from start to finish and then move on to another job? Coach Kiffin has been coaching a long time to finally get a playoff team. He gets one, he's got to walk away from it. It is very odd to see these coaches coming and going like they are. I mean, how does that work? You wear a red shirt in Oxford, then you change and put on a purple shirt and come to Baton Rouge, and you're bouncing back and forth from two different cities, coaching two different teams. It is strange. There's no doubt about it. And Frank Wilson and Kevin Smith basically swapping positions. That makes a ton of sense for Ole Miss to go hire Frank Wilson and bring him over. And so, I would hope that leads to some conversation, some change. I would like to. I don't know if the horse is out of the barn in terms of moving signing day back, stop the mid-semester enrollees. Let the teams and the coaches complete their path totally, and then start to interview coaches. I mean, it kind of really goes all against the fabric of team when you get together and back in January when you start your initial strength and conditioning. Hey, we're all in this together. We're working towards one common goal. Nobody's more important than anybody else. Let's win a championship together. And then the calendar causes you to make decisions to walk away from your teammates and walk away from your fellow coaches. So I don't think that's good for the game. I think Lane Kiffin is a victim of his own circumstances in the calendar, and he no different than Brian Kelly. Brian Kelly took a lot of heat from walking away from a Notre Dame team that was kind of on the college football bubble. And how could he do this? How could he walk away from them? Well, he had no choice if he was taking the LSU job. So, I'd like to certainly see that changed. Here we are with the Saints getting a little late season momentum, but everybody that's involved with that plays it out to the end, no matter your record. Right. So, be good to see that take place in college too.
And it's interesting you mentioned the Brian Kelly Lane Kiffin dynamic, because I was wondering if maybe we get a Brian Kelly-esque performance from Lane Kiffin where he shows up in the booth during the Texas Bowl, and that's when you get your first kind of taste of Lane Kiffin as the LSU head coach, because that was the leading into after halftime interview. Brian Kelly got up there and then kind of commented on the team and what he's going to do at LSU. I would not be surprised to see Lane Kiffin go that route, maybe, to be able to kind of introduce himself as LSU's head coach for the first time. Yeah, well, certainly he's a lot more active on the social media platforms than Brian Kelly was. I know everybody around the country has been bombarding Michael Bonnet and LSU to get an interview with Kiffin of some kind, another one at least. So
It's amazing how 4 years later, a lot of things feel similar in the fact that now Brad Davis ended up staying with LSU after being the interim head coach in the 2021 game. Frank Wilson will not stay, but he's an interim head coach. And there was a press conference with a president, an athletic director, and a new head football coach holding up a win bar. And then I saw that again happen, 3 different people. I remember driving back from that Texas Bowl 4 years ago, and the news hit. I think I pulled over to tweet or share it that Austin Thomas had been fired. Funny how that guy has ping-ponged. How many times has he gone back and forth since then?
Always lands on his feet. Good guy.
Oh, yeah. He's one of the most interesting guys in the world, this Austin Thomas. Somebody asked me one time, what does Austin Thomas do? And I asked somebody at LSU, and they said, well, everything. He does a little bit of everything. So I know that from LSU's perspective, they felt like when they got Austin Thomas to leave, that in 2024, it was now or never for Ole Miss. If they didn't get a job to get it done this year with all these big NIL guys, they weren't going to get it done next year. And lo and behold, they had a better year in 25 than they did in 24. But a lot of things feel similar. So it'd be interesting. Be interesting to see if Lane Kiffin does do any kind of media at all between now and the end of the weekend. I've also heard some things about, the governor being at the playoff game with Georgia and Ole Miss, and if Kiffin will show up or not at that game in the Superdome. So it's some interesting dynamics. I mean, certainly Pete Golding is kind of, trying to separate himself from Lane Kiffin, has made some yoga jokes and has made some jokes about this and that, or said that Charlie Weiss is calling the plays and it's Charlie Weiss's offense. The most stupid Facebook post I saw, I don't think it was from the Mississippi Gulf Coast or somebody, that put the amount of games Lane Kiffin head coach, 0 playoff wins. Pete Golding has coached in 1 game and won a playoff game. That's the ultimate case of numbers being correct, but the ultimate manipulation of numbers. So there's obviously no love lost between LSU and Ole Miss. The friction is high between the fan bases and maybe the coaches and whatnot to an extent. And next fall, when LSU goes over there, it'll be an atmosphere like we've never seen.
100%. And I think, the favorite comment that I heard that you just brought up was this isn't Kiff's offense, this is Charlie Weiss's offense or whatever. And I was like, well, my favorite part is that's LSU's offense. I got to sit and watch, regardless of if it's Lane Kiffin's or if it's Charlie Weiss Jr.'s. They'll both be in Baton Rouge next season, so it was fun to sit back and watch that Ole Miss offense work, knowing it'll be in Baton Rouge.
Yeah, well, I don't know if it's a good comparison or not, but it feels similar to, Sean Payton was the offensive mastermind for the Saints all those years through their great run, and Pete Carmichael was the offensive coordinator, and he called plays, they said, but obviously Payton is the guy that puts everything into place. I think it's kind of similar with Kiffin and Weiss Jr., who, by the way, in those initial shots, the side profile, very Mark Wahlbergish, like very Marky Mark. When you look at it, you're thinking good vibrations when you see the Charlie Weiss picture that LSU put out. So anyway, looking forward to the offense. Certainly, I was looking at LSU's stats again this morning and just could not believe some of the things that happened this year. Looking down, that Chris Hilton had 55 yards receiving all season, a long of 11. The Nick Anderson barely cracked 100 yards of receiving. I think Barry and Brown had less than 10 yards per catch. You're supposed to stretch the defense, take the top off the defense, all those different things. Garrett Nussmeier's numbers we've gone over. It's certainly one of the most surprising and in the wrong way what happened with LSU's offense this year. One of the more, just dumbfounding things that I've ever seen happen is LSU's offense from 24 to 25. Just crazy.
Me and Lloyd talked about it yesterday. We compared some numbers. I think Grant Chadwick punted it 50-something times this year, and just 2 short years ago, Jay Bramblett on that 2023 team only punted the football 26 times all season. So that number doubled in just 2 years.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's – I think Nussmeier, I'd done the numbers, but I think he threw for like basically 100 yards less per game this year than last year. I think he threw 29 touchdowns last year. He had 12 this year. I think he had 8 300 or 400-yard passing games last year. He had none this year. So, just makes you scratch your head. Even if they would have been, on the same level they were a year ago, I think it would have made a big difference. But here we are. It's funny. LSU and Clemson both played. Obviously, went head-to-head in that season opener, a huge season opener between 2 top 10 teams, and they're both playing in bowl games on Saturday, and both are 7-5. So,
yeah. No, they definitely fell off after that. Well, JD, we appreciate you making some time for us this morning. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Hope Santa is good to all of you out there. So we'll talk to you next week.
Yep.
I appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right.
There he is, the best in the business right there, making some time for us on Christmas Eve. Jacques Duceay, the sports director over at WAFB. It is very jarring when you sit back and you think about it. What were you counting?
4 impersonations. Oh,
Oh,
crushed.
yeah. Oh, you nailed it. It is crazy when you sit back and think about what this offense was. Chris Hilton, 55 receiving yards. Nussmeier's dropping off 100 yards less a game. You're doubling punting numbers. You Barryon Brown's under 10 yards a catch. Like, just when you really sit back and you think about those numbers, and then when you sit back and you think about the leap that should be made, right, from 2025 to 2026 is going to be night and day. And the reason, you could say, well, you don't know. Lane's got the track record. Like, everywhere he's been, points and yards and offense has followed. And so to think about what, after, what we just witnessed in 2025, what it could look like a year from now. I don't know if there will ever have been a bigger leap. Because, I felt like from 23 defensively to 24, it was a nice step forward, but it wasn't a night and day change defensively, like maybe 23 to 25.
Yes.
Right? Over 2 years. I don't know if there ever has been or will be a bigger 1-year leap than what you're going to see offensively from LSU in 2025 to LSU in 2026.
Because even 18 to 19, you saw flashes at the end of the 18 season.
Right.
Where like,
it was a 2-year from 17 to 18 to 19.
Right. It wasn't this, because people always point to 2019
Of
because
course.
it's the greatest offense that LSU's ever had and probably one of the most dominant offenses in college football history. But 18, if you watched LSU, yes, there was the game at Florida where it's like, oh man, there was.
You score 0 against Alabama.
Right. There was Joe Burrow was hurt.
You score against Georgia. And
that's when it started.
Right.
Whenever it kind of opened it up, you're like, whoa, okay, they're putting up like 31 points. This looks good.
The bowl game against UCF.
That's when it was like, this thing has been
This wide
open.
Right.
And I don't think we had the anticipation of it taking this next step. We're like, whoa, they looked really good. And then in 2019, the first game of the year, oh, Lord, this is totally different.
Just drove down the field in 4 plays.
Right. And that is like the shift, but it wasn't as drastic if it had been 2017 to 2019. Right. You're like, what happened? But even 2018 to 2019 was a bit of a shift. But no, because
this was maybe your
worst offense since
historically.
2017. Like, just
definitely,
going back.
Yeah. It's probably. It was probably worse than. It was worse than the 2013 offense.
Yeah, it was. It
was abysmal.
And part of that is the expectation because of what you saw at the end. That's why bowl games are interesting to me, because this one doesn't matter because the staff is totally different. But going into this season, it was
against Baylor,
right? And it was Sloan as offensive coordinator. Like, okay, I see it. Cortez Hankton is like co-OC. Like, look at the passing game that they have dialed up, and we were all bought in.
Right.
And then you do what you did in the portal. Like, okay, the expectations were massive.
Yeah.
And you could not have fallen more flat than you did in the year of 2025. Like, it was. Oh, they never picked it up. You were like, Clemson on the road looked good in spurts. Defense was great. Eked one out. Like, okay, let's get to week 2. And see what this looks like at home. Let it fly a little bit, and it's like, oh God, this is not good. But you still were waiting for like it's going to pick up steam at some point, right? Well, and then it became nuts, whatever. But the reason you can have faith in Lane Kiffin, first of all, is Lane Kiffin, but he also, since coach-to-player headset communication, he has been first in college football in total yards per game, and first in college football in passing yards per game. So,
but look, I mean that's the leap I'm talking about, right? Like everywhere he's been, the track record is yards, points. All of that offensive success. That's who he is. And you were disgusting on offense this past season. And it is going to be, and you should expect it to be, a massive jump, leap, shift from 25 to 26 offensively. Like we just said, I don't know if there ever has been or ever will be a bigger one-year leap than what's going to be made offensively. From what you just watched, week in, week out in 2025, to what's going to be out on the field next year. And I don't even know who the players are going to be. But it doesn't matter, right? That's because you have a system now, right? And you have confidence that they'll get the players. You know, like it's the momentum around it. And it was the point you made before we went to break to get JD on. One of my favorite things about the Kiffin hire wasn't just of who he was or the offense he brought with him or kind of the fact that that was the guy you circled and you went and got him. It's the excitement it creates, right? That was the reason it was as big of a hire as it was to me, was because it creates this sense of excitement where the question was asked yesterday, should you make game one the gold game? You don't need anything extra to bring excitement for LSU Clemson 2026, right? You don't need anything extra to make these games more exciting, to make interest higher in next season. Because the interest is as high as I can remember it in a long time for what LSU looks like next year. The excitement is as high as I can remember it in a long time for going into next year. And one of the examples of that is the money. The willingness to spend, the willingness to get Lane his staff, the willingness to put money together to go get players, the willingness to, hey, if Blake Baker needs we need to match that head coaching offer, let's match it, right? The excitement isn't just for the fans. The people with the pocketbooks also are excited, and you can tell that by the fact that they are willing and able to spend their money to deliver, right? To make things happen because they're excited about what this head coach is bringing. They know he's bought in, right? They're excited about the potential of what 2026 will look like. And I don't know if if I can remember a time it was this exciting beforehand when it was this disappointing looking back at it, right? Think about where you were just a couple of months ago before Kelly was fired. The mess that Louisiana and LSU was in. And then all of a sudden, you fast forward to right now, and the excitement is through the roof.
And as it should be. I'm just going through Lane Kiffin's college head coaching scoring averages. I'll start at the bottom. Tennessee, in 2008, the year before he got there, averaged 17 points per game. Sound familiar? Lane Kiffin gets there, 29 points per game. 1 year, and he was only there a year.
12-point jump.
And they kicked him to the curb.
Right.
But they went up. I mean, that's what you're looking at. That's a easy comparison for LSU in my mind, because that's kind of what you just did. There's their, 2008 points per game. Like, this is what they did in 2008. Led to the firing of one, Phil Fulmer, an older coach that was kind of been at Tennessee forever. I know Brian Kelly wasn't at LSU forever, but one of those old guard head coaches
Right. They needed something. I mean, they score 24, 6, 12, 13, 14, 9, 6, 7, 20. 6, 7. 20. Like, it's just bad. Can't score.
I mean, does that not look like LSU's games this year.
LSU's were worse.
Which somehow.
But no, it's very, very similar.
So you go from 17 points per game to 29. You had 1 year there. USC, he goes from they're at 26 points per game to 31 in his first year in 2011 to 35 in 2012. So expect to jump again. Florida Atlantic led the conference in scoring from 2017 to 2019 with 34 points a game. And at Ole Miss, averaged over 33 points per game during Kiffin's tenure. 2024, they averaged 38 points a game, third nationally. In 25, they averaged 37.5 points per game.
Yep.
So offense is coming.
No, you're getting points. That's for sure.
But that's the 1 year. Like it's not you got to give him time.
No,
as soon as he gets, we hit the floor running. You're scoring 30.
No, the expectation is that there's no curve. There's no learning curve. You hired him for offense. There'll be offense next year.
This works.
VA Cajun, all this concerns me. LSU can't keep people to stay. Other teams seem to keep their players except some third stringers. Look,
what?
There should be no concern. LSU's got a handful of guys in the portal, and I don't think a single one has been a surprise.
And of the schools that you're looking at, did they lose their head coach? And, there's going to be significant roster turnover in the way that Brian Kelly viewed a roster and the players that he wanted. I won't even say his scheme. The players he wanted on his team. I won't even say the players he wanted to coach. Those are the players. This is what Lane Kiffin is evaluating the roster and said, okay, I know what I need.
Has there been a name that's popped in yet that has surprised you?
No. I mean Juwan Johnson. But
but then you sit back and you think about it and you're like, no, it makes sense.
Yeah, sure. But I was just because, this is just me looking at Juwan Johnson and kind of what his LSU affinity. It's like, oh, okay, but it makes sense for him. But yeah, that was just one. It's like, oh, okay, I get it. Like Ashton Stamps early on, not surprised. You fell down the depth chart. It happens.
Carius Curne and Coen Echols.
Carius Curne, maybe, but you're.
But then when you sit back and you think, no, their position coach is no longer here.
Right.
Why not?
And it's not like these are. Look, I get potential at some point. It's hard to quit a 5-star. Even in the NFL draft, they'll be like former 5-star out of.
It's gonna hit forever.
Right. You'll get another job because.
You're
thank you.
5-star.
Yeah, you're 5-star.
Yeah.
But even Lane Kiffin talking about it, his past. He tweeted this out, which is incredible.
Incredible.
3:17 a.m. 9/29/2013.
Does anybody know what that was?
Best thing to ever happen. Thank you. Fight the fuck on. It's insane.
It was when I tell you my jaw dropped when I opened Twitter and I saw this.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh.
I was like, what are you doing? Where are we? Or if he just had it on his phone, I don't know. But
no, I knew he flew to LAX, so that's when it clicked in my brain. I was like, there's no way that he just put that out.
Could you imagine walk with? He's like, hold on 1 second.
Oh, wait.
Got it.
Let me take a quick flick of that. Wait. Let me sit right here.
Take a picture. I think I have my USC pullover somewhere.
Yeah, it's probably in the bag.
It's probably still there. If he wants to go to Ole Miss to get his clothes, it's probably still on the tarmac.
Probably still there.
Unbelievable. He really does evoke emotion out of everyone that he comes in contact with. Ole Miss
what do they say? What do they say? Provocative.
Well, yes, I like the taste. But it is. Is it not insane that?
No, he invokes such raw and real emotion out of people because he is not concerned about the emotion and what he's himself unapologetically. He's Lane Kiffin, and he's been in the limelight since he was born. He's a nepo baby that just so happened to actually be good. Because those do exist. Not all nepo babies are just getting the jobs because they're nepo babies. Some of them are actually,
right. You will get an opportunity,
right?
But you could also be like, oh, I can see it.
Yeah, right. And he's been encapsulating since as the second he stepped on the scene. But he also doesn't make the decisions that everyone else wants him to make.
He's going to do whatever he wants to do.
He's going to do what he wants to do.
And this one did feel like, and I don't know if it's impossible to get a read on the cat, which I truly appreciate because it's a skill. But it did feel like he was a little bit torn.
What, between LSU and Ole Miss?
Yeah, I don't know,
Of
because he had
course.
built something.
Well, and that's the – I would be more concerned if he wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
Because that represents the growth to me that we've talked about of, like, this is the right time for Kiff to move because he's grown up to the point where he can handle this. So him being torn, if he wasn't torn and it was just like, ooh, yep, it would be like –
Next shiny thing.
You know, like, oh, that's –
He's a housewife.
Right, right. But him being torn was like, oh, no. He had, like, it did actually mean he has grown and developed.
And he still got caught a hoe. Like, man, I tried to do it the right way. That is rude.
Rude. I mean, that is rude.
Who else could do this?
Yep.
One
man.
That's just incredible.
That's one fan base. That's one. I mean, that's cool.
It's a separate one.
I know, but
yeah, no. This is. I cannot wait for that football game. Really,
oh my!
Because they haven't stopped.
No, they have not. And I will say, because so many times I want to like comment back and be like, we all just move on. But then I'm like, and then I look at what they're commenting under, and I'm like, it's an LSU fan that's picking fun. Like, can we stop too? Let's just move on.
And punching down.
Yes, like let's just stop digging and dissing.
Well, you have to fight for your guy.
Of course.
I guess it would put the fire out, but whatever. They're so intent on burning their own house down. It's like,
enjoy it.
I'll give it a little oxygen in here. Trying to put it out.
Sure. I do want to play this video. I put it in the document, the TJ Finley video.
Oh.
Of him talking about, because I thought this was very, it was eye-opening perspective because he is
This
somewhat
is what
of,
quit picking on him.
Do what?
And quit picking.
Right. This is somewhat of a, he's become a laughingstock in the transfer portal era, right? Because he's changed teams so often. He's been in college for so long. And really, when you actually sit back and you say, hey, just move on, it's like, why would I? Like, why would he move on? I mean, he loves football, and they're offering not only for him to play football, but will also pay you to do it. And they keep letting him. Like, of course he's going to take advantage of the situation. I thought this was a very eye-opening segment. Shout out to Van Lathan, who did this, had this kind of ringer tailgate put together with TJ Finley and put this clip out on Twitter.
Would you rather go play the game that you love to play and compete at the highest level and continue to chase your dream for however long you can do it and make six figures, or would you rather go box Amazon packages and you know, like let's be honest. I think a lot of people that think like that, they're self-sabotaging themselves. Like, why would you give up on a dream? It's not like I'm paying a school to walk on to. Guys are reaching out to me and giving me opportunities to continue my career.
So there have been, real quick, there have been teams that have reached out to you that have given you the opportunity to continue to play college football.
Absolutely.
Okay, so there's interest in that.
Yes, you would be a fool if.
Okay.
Yeah. Call him a fool. Yeah. That's
hey, look, I can be a fool. I'm trying to get the story here. I'm not,
specifically. I'm just saying in general, like.
Yeah, well, he is a fool, but that's fine.
What I'm gathering is what you're saying right now is my skill set allows me to go make the most money possible as a college football player right now.
Absolutely, yes.
But you're also thinking about a future in the NFL and a future providing for your family.
Yes.
You think you still have a shot at the NFL?
I believe so, yes.
How much does your opportunity at the NFL influence the decision that you're making right now? Is it more about you still having a chance to go make millions of dollars in the league, or is it about the right now of you being a college football player and being able to provide for your family in the immediacy of this moment?
It's more so about the opportunity to, I wouldn't even say make millions in the NFL. Like, it's more about the opportunity to make to the NFL, period.
Yeah, look, I mean, I think there are interesting ways to feel about it, you know, where you can say, and I think Sabron just said it in the chat, if TJ's dream was to make it to the NFL, he should have stayed somewhere and truly developed. You're not developing, transfer into a new school every year. But that's where the other aspect comes in, where he's being given the opportunity to provide. You know, he has children. He has a family. You know, and if schools are reaching out not only for him to get to go play football, but also take care of you financially and pay you. I mean, he's not wrong, right? You would be a fool to say no.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I mean, they are presenting me with the opportunity, one, to continue to do what I love to do, which keeps a dream alive, but also pay me to do it. Right? And I don't know if he'll get a chance at the NFL, right? But I do know if the opportunity is right there for you to provide for your family to play college football, I mean, he would be a fool to say no.
Absolutely.
To go do what?
I think what has happened with it's unfortunate that TJ Finley has become the face of this transfer portal era, right? Where it's you can island hop from team to team, whatever opportunity you can play for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years. And that's what people are like, go, give up, quit. But it encapsulates what everybody thinks is wrong with college football, but that's not his fault. If teams weren't reaching out and he was like, I'll go try it, I'd be trying to Chad Powers this thing, like that would be different. But he's being offered hundreds of thousands of dollars to go play quarterback, and you'd be, if you don't have one and you're at Georgia State, Western Kentucky, Texas State, like one of these, a group of 5 school that can get a 6'8", 240-pound quarterback that can sling the shit out of it. Like, it's hard to give up on that project because maybe it does come, like, it all comes together at one point. Georgia State, he threw for, Texas State, 3,500 yards, 24 touchdowns, 8 picks.
And the other thing is, like, on their end, like, just looking at it from teacher perspective, if they're going to continue to give me the opportunity, I'm not going to turn it down.
Yeah. Do you mock the relief pitcher that's been on 12 Major League Baseball teams in 12 years, but 1-year deal for $6 million? And it's like, this is how I make a living.
Right.
It's not my fault I'm not the best in the world at it, and I can't stick with one team, but I keep getting opportunities, so I'm going to take them.
And when he stops getting paid,
he'll stop doing it.
Then reality will set in, and he'll have to find. But reality right now is they're offering money for me to go play football. And once the reality is the well is dry and there are no opportunities, well, then
I'll reevaluate.
Maybe boxing Amazon packages isn't that bad.
Or you can go, and it's how the mighty can fall. And it's a sad reference to make. Ryan Perlew. Right. You don't think if he was in the transfer portal era, he would have been able to he would have gone for Jackson State for 1 year, threw for 2,300 yards, 19 touchdowns, ran it for 368 yards and 7 touchdowns, 13 picks. That's okay. First year back after a tumultuous year. But then he would have gotten a call to go back to the Power 5, or Power 5 then.
Yeah.
And guess what he did? Went to the combine, or went and tried, did the pro day, didn't get signed. That's fine. 2010 draft. Latches on with the New York Giants and continued to be on the practice squad for 2 years. And then he went to the indoor league. He played football until 2014. You could carve out a life for yourself if you just you could make a practice squad, a roster. All he's trying to do is put together a year in which it looks there's still potential there. We talk about not giving up on 5 stars. He's a high 4-star guy. Played in the SEC. And if he puts together a year where it looks okay, and then he goes and throws, may not get drafted, but you might latch onto a practice squad, might make a roster, and then that's 3 years of 6 figures again. Don't hate the man for having a talent that's this is what I do. I play quarterback. And until I can't play quarterback anymore, I'm going to play until the wheels fall off or until they take the keys from me. And I think a lot of people would be applauded for that, as opposed to being dragged through the mud for oh, you're going to another team, you're still trying to play? Absolutely. You don't laugh at people on the web.com.
Right. Well, he's making connections, you
could get a college job after this. He's going to stay in football.
I was about to say, I think about Lindsey Scott, right? Remember him? He comes to LSU out of Zachary. When he redshirts, he goes to JUCO for 2 years. Then after that, he goes to Nichols for 2 years, then Incarnate Word, right? So that's LSU, JUCO, Nichols, Incarnate Word. That's 6 seasons. Well, his last year, Incarnate Word's also bonkers. He threw for 60 touchdowns, I think. But now he's the quarterback's coach he's an assistant football coach at Texas Tech. Like his grind of the 6 years, maybe he never had a shot at the league. You know, he got a coaching job out of it. You know, so it'll be interesting to see how the TJ Finley story continues on, the saga that it's been. But I really liked actually hearing from him and his perspective and listening to him talk about it, because it does suck that he has become a laughing stock of it all, and I get it, because this you have to find the examples of the situation. You really can't hate TJ Finley as much as you should hate maybe the what's the saying?
Seville.
Seville. Don't hate the play, hate the game. It's not him. It's not his fault. It's the way it's set up. The opportunity for him to leave and go get a bag somewhere else has been there every single time.
What would you do?
I would go play basketball right now.
Mm-hmm. And if somebody said, I'll give you
for $60.
Right, but if they're like $75,000 to come to Wichita State, I'll walk there.
Yeah, I mean, I'll ride a bike. I'll crawl.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just...
And so he's getting those opportunities. Like, a lot of people...
And I think from this, he can get a coaching job out of it.
I think he did himself because nobody's really heard from him. We've interviewed him. We've talked to him. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was
but I think that interview did him so much good in that short amount of time, because you see the perspective he has, the way he speaks about it. It's like, it's easy to point and laugh at because that's the easiest thing to do, right? That's the first. It's low hanging fruit, and then you hear him talk about it, you're like, oh, you changed my perspective. He just changed mine. Like, it's TJ Finley. It's the easiest joke to make. Then you see him talk about it, like, I would do the same thing.
Well, not just that. You also can think, dumb football player, he's just trying to get the money, just trying to play the game, get the money. Then you listen to him talking, you're like, he's a mature, grown adult man and father, right? That's providing for his family. So I thought he did it. He did himself, like you say, he did himself a service by getting on the microphone and answering the question, because it really does kind of like slap everybody that's laughing at him. Like, hey, like,
you change the narrative.
Get your perspective right. Get the narrative right. I do want to give 2 claps to another former LSU Tiger, and that is Devin White, who I think a lot had, maybe had forgotten about or been written off as he just kind of started to fade away. Started off really good in Tampa Bay, started to fade there, didn't really play, got benched. Then he ends up with the Eagles, and Nakobe Dean wins the job over him, and so he just kind of faded out there. Well, he's in Las Vegas with the Raiders right now, and he just set the franchise record for most tackles in a season. Disregard the caption that they tagged along with the post. Not really sure how they couldn't come up with something better than new record, same predator. Let's just maybe say something different. But
watch this. There you go.
Credit to Devin White for getting his opportunity and making the most of it. As I think he's got, let me get these numbers here, because I think he's like second in the league in tackles. Like, not only has he set the Raiders record, he's also number 2. He's second in the league with 160 total tackles this season, and let's see, 88 of them solo. So he's flying around. He's got a sack. He's got 10 TFLs, 3 passes defended, and an interception, as well as a forced fumble.
Well, the thing about this that's unfortunate is the wording has taken over the post.
Of course.
But that is a wild sentence.
It is. I can't believe we couldn't come up with something better than that. But credit to Devin White. Still a dog. Still going out there and balling out. My favorite LSU player of all time.
Yeah, it's funny how that works, isn't it?
Isn't it?
There's the ones that stick out, right?
Uh-huh.
And it's like, oh, it'd be Leonard Fournette, Tyrann Mathieu.
Of course.
Joe Burrow,
Everyone's
Jaden
favorites.
Daniels. It's like Pat Pete should be on the list, but ours is like Miles Patrick Peterson, you're Devin White.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's, you've watched the team for quite some time. You're like, no, actually, it's, for me, you got plenty of flavors to choose from.
Right.
But it's just funny how that works. Like, I just love the way he plays.
Dude, I don't know what it was. It was
the Auburn tackle.
The Auburn tackle.
And he got flagged for it.
There's one where he gets shot out. He just gets shot out of a cannon.
He was so
like
good.
Like watching someone that's 200 and whatever pounds, 260 pounds.
It could have been you, Noah.
Move like that. No, it couldn't have been. And then, like, I remember Texas A&M, that game, the $100 million overtime game, where you were, like, begging for, you need something. Like, somebody make something happen. And it's like, who are you going to call? He's 40. And he goes and he strips the ball out of that guy's hands. It was like that's
Life.
A player. I love a defensive player
that can change the football game.
That can change the football game. Like, where you can say, just call on that guy, and they're going to go, like Harold Perkins, like, hey, against Arkansas, we need you to strip sack right now.
Yeah, when it becomes
Boom,
like
got it. I'll handle it.
Gotta have it drive, and for LSU, most of the time, or most of our lifetime, it's been on defense. Like,
right.
gotta have a play.
Tyrann Mathieu, like, cuz.
Help me.
Go,
it's your time.
Make a play.
And then you could always, like, yeah, you could do that. Be like, TM.
Yeah.
Or, like, we did it for 3 years, like, Perk.
Right.
And, like, Perk, there it is.
In Missouri. Like,
yeah.
You were dead
in the water.
I was sitting at I was in Houston, going to a Houston Astros baseball game that day. They had their first playoff opener.
How'd you get roped into that?
I don't know. I just did. And I was like, sure, I guess I'll go to Houston. Why not? Well, I'm sitting in a sports bar in Houston watching that game, and I remember sitting there. I'm like, my hands are in.
And they're wondering what's wrong with this cat.
Everyone in this place. Because think about it. The same day, it's Oklahoma, Texas, and I'm in Houston.
Right.
So the whole sports bar is watching the big screen of.
It's about to get going.
They're all watching that. I'm watching this little screen right here in the corner that's Missouri LSU, and I'm just like, everybody's cheering because Texas is up 7-0, and I'm just pissed off because LSU's down like
15-0.
15-0, and you need something. And then Perk intercepts it, and I started like levitating. I was like, oh, there it is.
That's what we needed.
You need somebody to make a play. And I was like, if it's going to be anybody, it's 4.
Such a game-changing play because you're dead.
Dead.
Because it's about to be 22-0, or they go for 2 again and get it. That was the biggest slap in the face. First drive down, score, go for 2 and get it. Like, our defense fucking sucks.
We suck.
And it's like they can do whatever they want, and then they would get the ball back. Obviously, offense doesn't do anything.
Right.
Get the ball back, start marching down the field again, score. Get the ball back again.
Well, and the Saints got our get back this Sunday. The quarterback for
Brady
Jets
Cook.
was Brady Cook, and I'd forgotten about him.
Me too.
And then I was like, who is Cook?
I did the same. I was doing this mental exercise. Like, how do I know that name?
I was like, why? And because at first all I saw was Cook. I just saw Cook, and I was like, I'm thinking, and then I'm like, Brady Cook.
Get him.
Missouri goat, and they did. Cam Jordan got him.
7 sacks.
Just crushed him. Got that get back. Shout out.
Yeah, it was 15. Drive me again. And it's Perkins coverage, which you've been like, we can do.
Luther Burden.
Mm-hmm.
And Cook just didn't. I don't even think he saw Perk. Perk just.
Oh, you saw the athlete.
I'll be having that.
Yes. And you saw.
What are his career total stats, Harold Perkins?
He is in a league that is, and people won't believe this, but he's like his numbers are like one of 4 LSU players that have ever put up. And he's probably
about to get these cumulative totals here.
He's probably a league of his own when you add in the rushing touchdown.
Yeah. I mean that. Yeah, definitely adds to it. Let's see these career totals. So he's got 217 total career tackles, 11 career passes defended, 17 career sacks, 7 career forced fumbles, 5 career interceptions. And he's also got a rushing touchdown. 1 carry, 1 yard, 1 touchdown. So 200-plus tackles, 10-plus passes defended, 15-plus sacks, 5-plus forced fumbles, 5 interceptions. And in 2024, he got hurt in game 4?
Mm-hmm.
Only played 3 games, really. Had 6. He only had 16 tackles that year. So, dog. Me and Lloyd spent some extra time at the studio yesterday after the show, getting some ideas written out and written down for next week. If you did not hear it yesterday, we plan and we are going to go live next Thursday for the normal show from 8 to 10 a.m., but it will not end at 10. That will roll directly into the 11 a.m. CFP game, which is Oregon, Texas Tech, which will roll directly into the 3 p.m. CFP game of Alabama, Indiana, into the 7 p.m. bowl game, the Sugar Bowl of Georgia, Ole Miss, which will then roll into midnight when the transfer portal opens up and it becomes January 2nd, which will then roll into 8 a.m. the next morning for the show. We plan to be live for 26 hours next week, straight, right here in this room. Next Thursday, starting at 8 a.m. and ending Friday, 8 to 10, when we close out another 2-hour show. And we've been jotting down some ideas for different things we're going to do, some challenges, some games. Wyatt came with the great idea of us doing doing yoga between the show prior to kickoff of the first game here in class.
An ode to one Lane Kiffin.
A yoga class here in the studio. We're trying to see if maybe we can do a workout later on in the evening.
I did talk to F45. They're extremely interested.
There we go. AJ Sports Cards will they'll either be here in studio or they're going to donate some boxes and packs for us to open up here live on the stream. Brought to you by our sponsor, AJ Sports Cards. We're going to get different guests. We brought it up to Nagy when he was on the show on Monday, and he was all about it. We'll probably bring it up to JD, Rowe, some of the other guys to get this, as entertaining as possible for a 26-hour span.
It's basically a telethon. So we'll be live. We want you guys to be here, tuned in with us. They do say we need to shower if we do all these exercises.
That's true. If we're going to get sweaty, we do need
shift change.
Figure that out. But we plan to keep
the ice bucket challenge.
There you go. We plan to keep this thing right. That's how we're going to start 2026 here at Tingle & Co. is just be live. Because why not? We'll sit here. It'll be a watch party watching football. We'll have food in here. We'll do some different challenges, different games. What I did want to ask you guys, because y'all are a part of this, obviously, if there are guests, right, that you think you would like to hear from or us have in, or see if we can get in studio to come hang out with us, watch the game, or call in, do something, because we will have a lot of time to fill. Throw those ideas that we do have. The Discord is where a lot of these ideas are living. If you are not in the Discord, I'm about to drop the link in the chat right now so that you can join and you can get in the show discussion chat and drop some of your ideas for people for us to have on during the 26 hours we're live. But also, in addition to that, throw us some ideas of things to do. If there's different challenges or games or things, we'll have the Xbox in here to play NCAA or Madden or 2K or Fortnite, whatever else is on there, to play those games. Hop in the Discord, throw some ideas in there. And also, any companies or people that that may be interested in sponsoring, and by sponsoring I mean coming in and doing something like Lloyd said, F45, a sponsor of the show, coming in and doing a workout class live on the stream, or AJ Sports Cards allowing us to open up some packs, coming in and doing that live on the stream.
Any testimonial that you want to show off.
Some food companies, if they want to come in and they want to display their product. If there are people out there, businesses here in Baton Rouge.
Liquor.
And the greater Baton Rouge area. Do what?
Liquor.
Yeah, that want to display their product, whether it is a yoga class or a dish or a beverage or a game, right? To get in touch with us, and we'll work you into the 26-hour schedule we have.
We also, and this was brought up yesterday by Noah, because he's a glutton for punishment, there will be a thermometer type.
Yes, a little telethon. How when you see the when people are raising money for charity or whatever, they have the little thermometer, right? That's got the landmarks, right, where you want to hit. And we will have one of those that has at each level of super chats coming in something. There will be a consequence for us or a challenge for us,
a reward for you, something that we are willing to do.
Right,
and if you would like to add to that challenge wheel, we are more than willing. So if you'd like to support the show, it's free. So if there's something that we know that y'all are all sick fucks in here. So if you want to see us, we'll have a thermometer type situation. We'll spin the wheel. We could get a pass. We could have to do whatever shows up on the wheel, or we can. I think we could tier this thing out to where
100%. You know, at the top of the thermometer, that consequence or that challenge could be Christian getting his head shaved.
I think that's like a mid-tier because the one that I believe we all want to see, I think the one that bursts the thermometer is Noah has to shotgun a beer. We're breaking the 22-year sobriety streak. 23-year sobriety streak live on air, and then he's with me now. And if that hits the top and he drinks a beer, I'll stop.
You'll stop drinking?
Yeah, just for that show, that day.
Cordell Music, can I get new merch promoted? Of course.
Absolutely.
Of course. We can do a Cordell Music listening party. But yeah, we'll have the video game set up. We'll have different games, different things going on in here.
If you have the game, feel free to hop online.
Yes.
Get the cheeks clapped.
So yeah, if you guys have any ideas on challenges or things, there it is right there. Woo. Any challenges or ideas for us to partake, guests to have on, or potential companies and or sponsors that have products that they could display live here, get in contact with us, DM us on any of our social medias, hop in the Discord, let us know, or email at tingleco.show@gmail.com. Tingleco, TINGLECO.show@gmail.com is the email to get in contact with. Also, I want to let you guys know, starting in January, we do have a new sponsor coming along, and it is FanDuel. We will officially be a part of the FanDuel family, as they will be a major sponsor of our show here at Tingle & Co. We are very appreciative of both Believe, the podcast network, and FanDuel for getting this off the ground. And starting January 1, which will be that day of the live stream, we'll have a whiteboard right behind Lloyd, hopefully on that bare wall back there. That will have some bets on it, some gambling, as FanDuel is joining our team, and they will.
Give me an over.
They will bring you all of the lines that we use or that we show off will be brought to you by FanDuel. So we appreciate them, and we are very, very excited to get that rocking and rolling very, very soon. But next week, tingleco.show@gmail.com. Make sure you email that with your ideas for the Streamathon next week, the 26 hours. 26 hours that we are live next week. Let's see. VA Cajun play Cards Against Humanity. Post a link to the email in the description, Lloyd. The email should be in the description. It should be right at the bottom. It should say, if you are interested in sponsoring the show, need a friend to chat with, please send all requests to tingle.co@gmail.com. It's tingle dot. The dot is before the co.
Tingle.co?
Yes, tingle.co show.
Tingle.co show. Tingle.co show. Tingle.co show. Tingle.co show.
Tingle.co show@gmail.com.
Don't send an email to the one I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is either. I'm about to click it and I don't know what it's going to pop up.
It can't be worse than computer cleaner.
Nope. Shouldn't be. Tingle.co show@gmail.com. Tingle.co.
Let's see if I can get this fucking right. At gmail.com.
Yep. There it is.
Oh, we could have. That's an excellent idea. If we can get Roe, because we'll have NDI set up, so we'll be able to venture outside. I would like for Roe to
uncork one.
Right at Christian.
Oh, right at him.
10 yard in.
Right off the chest. It's going to deflate that little boy.
Have you seen Matt Stafford throw to Bryson DeChambeau? That's what it'll look like, but much worse, because Stafford is a bit of a bully.
Right.
He didn't push the woman off stage, but he did not help her either. No. He actually turned, and it kind of, I would say, it's hard not to laugh. I think she was actually severely injured, but he didn't know that in the moment. But Stafford absolutely let one uncork. And I don't think Bryson Dechambeau, I don't think people realize when a quarterback like Stafford or any NFL quarterback or any high-level athlete from, even high school-ish, but college, D1 to NFL quarterbacks, when they throw a football, it is not the same. It is something that is, you get it only when you see it in person. And like Bryson DeChambeau, also like seeing a professional hit a golf ball. I'm sure Bryson DeChambeau felt very good about himself when he was hitting the driver 350 yards. He's like, Stafford, why don't you throw me a pass? He's like, oh, you think your 350-yard drive is cool.
Right.
Watch this football come 70 miles an hour at you. You didn't know it could go this fast, did you?
You're about to find out.
Yeah, it could have ended poorly. Put it on a dot.
But we're very excited for next week.
So I would like to see that happen to Christian, because I don't think he realizes it. A very cocky little fucker.
He's a cocky little boy. But no, we are very excited for next week, and we want to and also that night is SEC opener for LSU women's basketball. And we'll see if we can maybe get Schwartz on, do a little post-game recap after LSU. I'm also trying to see if I can get my barber in here, give us all haircuts live.
I would love that.
Get everybody shaped up. I do need a haircut. So,
what would have you seen there's this barber that's giving these poor sad sacks that are like losing their hair at 12 and 14 all the same haircut. It does help them a lot because they're sad.
Yes, they are.
And they glow up.
I would be as well.
Yeah. I don't think I need that, but I'm interested to see what he would. I like what the barber, and this is how this happened. Mostly, it was my idea, but when I first went there,
they have freedom to do whatever they want.
I don't get on a. When I get on a plane, the pilot doesn't go, "What are you going to do?" I want you to fly the plane.
I'm your canvas.
Yeah, so whatever you see fit, do as you please.
But now you can't get rid of the mullet.
No.
But if the barber comes in and you say, "Hey, do whatever you please,"
but keep it long in the back. I mean, I think the mullet plays with any hairstyle.
It does.
It's just an extension of.
It does.
If he's like, I'll shave your mustache and cut the, you can get out. Never mind.
Let's connect athletically here. Lloyd's getting his first haircut live. His first ever haircut, yes.
I still have. Well, not me. I think it got lost in the move. But my mom kept the hair from my first haircut. She also.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she does odd shit. Also, whenever my grandfather died, hit the family hard for something, old man. But they went, well, he was dead. Like the visitation, this is a little peek behind the family curtain.
Yeah.
Went in there with scissors and chopped his hair off to keep, and then they lost it. Hey, you desecrated that man.
Well, yeah, losing it is kind of
like it defeats the value. You pranked him. It's not going to grow back. So I guess the hair fetish.
Or maybe will it?
God willing.
Yeah, I don't know if my mom kept baby hair. I know she has my teeth.
Oh God, that's way worse.
Like lost the first tooth I lost. She has that.
Just the one?
I think. Yeah, not all my teeth.
Okay, that's what say. Hey, a little bit of hair is like, oh, baby's first haircut.
No, not
all my baby's first teethies.
All my baby's chompers.
You have a brother and a sister. She's got. What, 32 times 3?
Would be 96.
96 teeth rolling around? That would be bizarre.
It would be.
Here's Stafford.
Rip this football. Oh, my God.
That's an absolute missile. They can't help but spin that thing. And Bryson DeChambeau is not a small man.
No, not at all.
He's also not very coordinated except for golf. But he's very good at what he picked the right sport.
I mean, he can hit that golf ball a freaking mile.
Country mile.
Like,
and
when he ripped that one over the, I don't remember what course it was, over the water.
Oh,
we're like, nobody's tried this yet.
And they're all telling, like, driver.
He does it.
Let the big dog eat. And he puts the 3-wood down. picks it, and the crowd goes nuts, and he fucking hits him with one of send it right after he hits it. I was like, oh my god, this man's a spectacle.
Dude, and when I tell you, the second he made contact with the golf ball, you knew.
Yeah,
it's making it up. I mean, it's not touching water. I'll tell you that much. See, there you go, Chef. Hair and nails continue to grow for several months after death, so maybe his hair did grow back.
I hope so. I guess. Yeah, I mean, maybe it's time for a fresh trim. Dig him up.
Dig him up. Just fade that up.
Grandpa. He hit that ball 370 yards.
God. 3 football fields.
See, this is your golf problem. This is what you're addicted. This is what's cool. This is not.
It is what's cool. You can't tell me it's not cool.
Oh, it's cool. But this is not the sport. It only takes you so far. 370. He probably made par. But everybody that wants that, especially if you're a former baseball player that had a little bit of pop, like Mikey still does this. And it's like, Mikey, you play golf for too long now to be addicted to distance. But he's like, when I really get, I was like, I know. I don't know, actually.
I mean, because this is just electricity.
It's fucking pounding.
Dude. I mean.
They can't even find it. Carried it too far.
I love when he
now he hits. Now his ball speed's over 200.
Yeah, silly.
And breaking the sport.
He's just getting better, faster, stronger.
Lost some weight too. But yeah, that's your. You need to let's tone it down on the swing speed.
I have not hit a golf ball since that day that we were there.
You got made progress.
Thanks, man.
We'll go to Golf Suites. We'll do it again. It won't be.
We'll be there on Saturday.
Yeah, it's actually a great little time.
Of course.
Well, we had oxtails with roe.
Oh, we did very good.
And we had some golf balls.
We need to get oxtails in here for the 24-hour stream.
I want to see. Videos are up.
Let's see.
Rawlings, Mizuno, Wilson,
Nike
does, yeah. Baseball club. But yes, put some things on the thermometer.
Do what?
What do you think the price points would be?
I don't know. We got to figure that out.
1,000, 750, 500. Super chat man.
Poles, skis, boots,
edge,
and snow. Advantage, lead, margin, and edge.
Will Stout, Will Anger, Will Way, Will Hack.
Will Wade.
For you, NFL punters.
Chef, no, Golf Suites does not have oxtails. Rohan has oxtails.
Keeps them in his truck.
His food truck. We went and picked some up, had those before we hit some golf at the Golf Suites.
Would like
delightful.
Just even mention them.
I'm hungry right now. Good thing I've got 11 donuts over there because nobody else showed up to the Christmas Eve stream.
I'm somebody.
Well, yeah, but you don't eat
donuts.
You don't eat food unless it's nachos from City Pork.
Makes me sound fat. I did eat the oxtails and the chicken wings and the potatoes.
You did.
And I had pork and sweet potatoes last night.
There you go. Sweet potatoes.
I threw it up this morning.
Nice. Unbelievable. Tom Holland.
I had it as Jeff Landry. Just like that. It's exactly what he looks like.
Gage said eat all 11 donuts on stream.
Can you fit a whole donut in your mouth?
Yeah.
Without crunching it?
Yeah. Without crunching it?
Like without smooshing it?
I mean, it's going to smush once it goes in.
No, you got to get around the... Like, you could do the edges in. Merry Christmas. Did you buy any gifts?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Well, you don't do it for me. Do it for the people. Oh. But you can smush the edge part, like the you could squeeze it. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. Do you think you do two? Did you put a couple of Cheerios on top? They've gotten far too performative with the donut. I'm not a big. I love candy. That was easy. Crushed. Got a little sesame over there. Other side of the egg. Yeah.
All
right, ready to start the day.
Yeah, let's go.
Who's this woman? Is it two men?
No, that's a woman. It's Tom Holland in the back.
Got that one. Renee Zellweger?
I don't know who that is.
I think maybe.
Robin Wright.
Oh, that's the woman from House of Cards.
Mm-hmm. And that is who that is.
Nice.
Yep.
Who said that?
Johnny L. Goodson.
Nice. Currently have a career year with a different team. The Steelers wide receiver caught a go-ahead touchdown with less than a minute. With less than 1 minute in the Steelers' Christmas Eve.
Perkins?
He wasn't in the league in 2022.
He was.
Was he? Oh, it was 2019 that he got, yeah. Because they're like,
Yeah,
oh,
it is small, but it's the only Christmas sweater I had. Sabrion.
No, he's got this one.
It's the same size.
Oh.
I was going to get you to wear that one.
It's too hot.
It's a little snug.
When did you buy this?
2 years ago.
That's fine then. Like, as long as it's not the same year.
No. It's a large.
Mm-hmm.
I don't wear a large.
I do. You would give me all of your large things?
Sure.
Or is Mac going to get them?
Max probably. There's a large.
But on the list, though.
You are. Second place.
Always. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride.
Formed in 2002, college football bowl game hosted in this USA has typically been played on Christmas Eve. Usually has a Mountain West school playing. No, why?
Alaska? The North Pole. Oh, is it
Hawaii Bowl?
Is it Hawaii?
Mm-hmm.
That's fun. Christmas in Hawaii sounds. I mean, I guess you do want the cold weather.
Yeah.
But I mean, it can't be bad. Can't hate Hawaii.
No, who could?
Pitcher Ricky Nolasco has the most wins for this National League franchise since 2000, and in 2010, he even signed an extension on Christmas Eve. These are all Christmas Eve themed.
Nice Christmas Eve themed.
Or Christmas themed. Pitcher Ricky Nolasco.
This National League franchise. Who's in the National League?
The Rockies? Is that American League?
I don't even know. I don't even know why I'm trying to think of it. There's no chance I get it.
Oh, Miami Marlins.
The Miami Marlins. That's in the National League.
Oh, say,
What'd he say?
can I take all your large things?
No.
Wrote this 1985 fantasy children's picture book that was later adapted into a 2004 Christmas animated film directed by Robert Zemeckis. Fantasy children's picture book. Oh, Epstein. Oh, you know what this is? This is the ticket.
Polar Express?
Polar Express.
Love Polar Express Day at school back in the day.
Makes you wonder why Tom Hanks was very involved in that film.
Christmas snowballs are a holiday variety of what brand of cookies?
Is it Keebler Elves? Keebler? It's to keep with the theme.
I don't know the Christmas snowballs. Fonz. Fonz is so tired of touching meat, he says.
I bet he does have to beat some meat for the holiday season.
Yeah, Christmas is a Oreos.
Oh. Oreo.
I guess we should have guessed because
Why?
Oreos always has something holiday.
The holiday armadillo. They're probably Friends. Seinfeld. They have
one of those two probably. It's like
Wyatt would know this. It's probably on his list. Friends.
Everybody Loves Raymond.
Yeah. So.
Movies. After starring in 50-50 with Joseph Gordon-Levitt, this actor once again starred alongside him in the Christmas
Seth
Eve
Rogen.
2015, The Night Before. Born in 1975.
Dean sings the songs and Frank gets the girl.
Oh, this is Michael Bublé.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Thank you, chat. Thank you, Noah. Merry Christmas to all. And to all a 24-hour stream.
It's a little tiny sweater.
Yeah, I feel like that got under your skin a little bit.
Well, no, it has been uncomfortable the whole time.
That's your theme, man.
It's a bit nipply out. I mean, nippy out. Somebody asked me yesterday on Twitter if my my quarter zip said
Letitmus.
What did it say? I don't even remember what he said. Something. I was like, no, it says let it snow. That's what it says. Obviously.
You pervert.
Let it snow.
Favorite Christmas movie?
My favorite Christmas movie? I mean, there's three for me. Elf, loved as a kid. Home Alone is probably number one. And Christmas Story.
Is Home Alone 2 more Christmas than Home Alone 1?
I mean, I guess, but they're both Christmas. They're going out of town for Christmas. But Home Alone, excellent Christmas movie.
Yeah.
It always hits, whether you're a kid or an adult. It's fun to watch.
Have you seen the lore of Home Alone?
Nope. Don't know if I want to. Is it going to ruin the movie?
No. It's going to explain the movie.
No. Did you see SNL's Home Alone skit?
I don't.
You don't do SNL anymore?
I should give it. I mean, who am I to be the authority? The authority on comedy. They're much funnier than I am, but they swing and miss so much.
Yes, no, I agree. I mean, you can only have so many ideas, right?
That's what they get paid to do.
Yeah, I guess it's true. Die Hard. I knew somebody was going to say it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, Christmas Vacation, obviously.
I'm not a big fan.
Really? That's what this one is right here.
I know, but I think it's because so many people like it.
Yeah. It's probably one of the favorites.
All right, get ready. It happens quickly. They clean up the spill, throw away his ticket.
Ah, there it is.
So even if he
would have, he would have never been on. He wouldn't have been able to get on the flight.
And he would have ruined Christmas for everybody.
Ruined Christmas for everybody.
And instead, he had probably the best Christmas ever.
The best Christmas ever.
And if you got home, I mean, do they know what happened?
Mm-mm.
Like, you know.
See, so this is the premise of the SNL skit. Was they get home, and he goes, "Oh well, I'm so glad we're all back here at Family Christmas. Let me put my coat in the coat closet." And Kevin's like, "Oh wait, no, don't open it." He opens the coat door, and a flamethrower lights the dad's head on fire.
He kills his dad?
It was like the most gory SNL skit ever.
But it doesn't happen in the movie.
No. But essentially the skit was they get home, but all the stuff is still
nice.
set up from the booby traps.
Because he probably did forget about a couple.
Right.
That's funny.
And it was pretty funny.
Did they get arrested? What are they called? The hound dogs?
Burglars?
They have a name. The Wet Bandits.
The Wet Bandits.
Because they obviously come back.
See, in the
why would you go back to that well?
Joe Pesci.
Phenomenal. Gold tooth.
Phenomenal. And my grandfather was also a shorter,
bald
Italian man. And it just, every time I watched it, I was like, it's Pawpaw. Like when I was a kid, like it just always reminded me of my grandfather. Just got that little Italian voice, bald man. I was like, oh, there's my grandfather.
Robbing a
Pesci.
child.
Unsuccessfully.
Unsuccessfully.
A child's house and losing.
If they did know, would you not be... Maybe something's going on with Kevin.
Yeah, let's check in on Kevin.
Because...
How did he come up with these ideas?
Cockamamie schemes that... I wouldn't want to be on his naughty list. Because I do think he would have to be... I don't want to say institutionalized, but certainly if I worked
Check
for...
one.
Man, but if I worked for, like, the CIA...
Yeah, I'd be like...
Let's see that brain. What can you do for me over here?
Yeah. How can we use this to our advantage?
Right. And you always say no.
Deck the Halls, Christmas with the Cranks. Family Plan 2 is a Christmas movie. Sucks. The Daughter is Obnoxious.
Which one?
The Family Plan 2.
I've never seen The Family Plan 1.
Me neither. What are other good Christmas movies? The Grinch. Did you like The Grinch?
I never really watched it.
Really?
Which one? The animated one?
No, the IRL one.
Did you? I mean, you've heard about this, right? That like Jim Carrey wanted to quit after the first day. Yeah, I don't blame it. Family Plan. That sounds fucking awful. 29% on Rotten Tomatoes.
What do we have? Polar Express. I'm not the biggest Polar Express fan, but I always did love when because it came out in 2004. I was obviously born right before that, so when I was in like kindergarten.
A big movie.
And like so kindergarten, first grade, second grade, it was Polar Express Day. You come to school, you have your Polar Express ticket, you get to wear PJs, and you sit on the floor, you bring a blanket, and you watch the movie and have hot cocoa and whatever.
Did you have to earn the ticket?
No, but you had to have it.
Or what?
They're like, I don't know.
See,
I mean, it's 5.
See, but
But I have my ticket, that's for sure. Punch my golden ticket.
That's what I think is funny.
Right.
Because you're 5. Your responsibility, your sole responsibility,
is this ticket.
And if you don't bring it, there will be no consequence.
No
but
consequences.
if you're a good teacher, you're not getting on the pool. You go.
You got to go in the other classroom and not watch the movie.
We have spare uniforms here. You don't get to where you have to do schoolwork.
Yeah.
Everybody else on the ground, eating their hot cocoa, drinking their hot cocoa in pajamas.
And you're going to be doing
arithmetic.
Yep.
And then you would learn. That's a lesson well learned.
It is.
In responsibility.
You're the worst teacher ever.
That's a good teacher.
It is a good
in the chat. What would you rather?
Yeah,
and then your son comes home or daughter.
Right.
And it's like, oh my God. You wouldn't believe what happened. Then you get in trouble as the teacher because that parent is 1,000% coming to school.
Well, and then the parent gets in trouble because it's that parent's fault.
Exactly. And now you switch schools.
Right.
And the same thing happens the next year.
My least favorite thing about Christmas time
is the traffic.
I mean, traffic does suck, but
it's the holiday cheer.
It's the it's like the why can't I think of what the TV channel's called? But they always have the Christmas movies on. What is it?
FX.
Hallmark and Life, like those Christmas movies.
The old ones.
Where it's like, not even just the old ones, but it's like they come up with new ones every year, but it's always the same movie. Like, oh, this big businesswoman, my mom loves them. She goes to New York to start her business, but she has to come back home for Christmas, and she runs into the guy she had a crush on in high school, or the guy that had a crush on her that she didn't like, and then they fall in love, and she decides, you know what? Forget my big bad job in New York. I'm staying here in little old town of Kansas with the love of my life to take over the family cookie business.
But
they're all the same premise.
So she's just a woman out on the lam, like she's just alone on Christmas. No
She's
prospects.
Coming back to her family, her mom on Christmas.
Oh,
because she's a solo, businesswoman.
Yeah, gotta do it herself.
It's all, and it's like 12 movies all with the same premise.
Yeah,
and my mom watches it every year, and I'm like,
I bet I can tell you what happens.
I can tell you what happens.
Now, a Christmas movie I do like is Klaus. That's become a staple in the household. It's awesome.
Never seen it. Klaus, like KLAUS. Klaus, a 2019 film.
Oh, it's not the.
It's like a cartoon.
No.
Oh. Is there an older one?
Hold on. Violent Night.
With Hopper in it.
Yeah, that movie rocks.
David Harbour that we've seen on
David Harbour. He's on Scary Things.
Stranger Things.
Are you watching it?
I'm about to pull what, Stranger Things?
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm waiting for it all to come out.
You'll probably get spoiled on Twitter.
Probably. No, I haven't seen this.
Violent Night is very fun.
But yeah, it's him it's
Santa.
Yeah, but it's like edgy.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like it's not like it's Violent Night.
Yeah.
Not a Silent Night.
Is an immortal Viking warrior who has
Nice.
since become the family Christmas figure. As he fights mercenaries who have taken a wealthy family hostage to their home, he turns back into Santa Claus. So he's retired Santa.
Right.
And he doesn't do those deeds anymore. It's like John Wick, but Santa.
Sick.
It is awesome.
I like that.
It's fun.
Santa Wick.
Oh, fuck. Next year, Violent Night 2.
Really?
I wonder what's going to happen. They kill one of his reindeer. Lop off the nose.
I saw somebody made a Rudolph edit the other day.
That one's I like now.
Rudolph? You like Rudolph?
The claymation ones?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I like a claymation, yeah.
Is that the one with Mr. Heatmiser?
I think so.
Because Sean and I, whenever we were, older,
It was like they're calling Rudolph a system reindeer.
What's the system?
Reindeer. Oh, Rudolph isn't legendary. Rudolph's a system reindeer. Oh, Rudolph couldn't even compete in reindeer games. If it wasn't foggy that night, no one would know who Rudolph is. Guess what?
It was foggy that night.
Rudolph.
That's fucking awesome. Guess what?
It was foggy that night.
Rudolph isn't legendary. Rudolph's a system reindeer. Oh, Rudolph couldn't even compete in reindeer games. If it wasn't foggy that night, no one would know who Rudolph is. Guess what?
It was foggy that night.
It's hilarious. I literally laughed audibly when I saw it.
That's great.
And guess what? It
It
was
was foggy that night. What would that be?
Rudolph couldn't even compete in the reindeer games.
What would that be? Who would that player be?
The player who would... So like a one-off that was only good because of one situation in the game.
Or weather, I guess. Like if it's a rain game, I guess that would... Like Derrick Henry would be easy because you run the football.
Yeah, but he's good all the time.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So it'd have to be
like literally a one-off.
LaShawn McCoy.
Snow game.
He acted like it didn't snow.
But it would be like, but Rudolph would be like if LaShawn McCoy was just on the bench all the time.
Right, but this
And
is
it
as close as
snowed
I
and you
can
were
get. Phillip Rivers. Right now.
Yeah. I'm trying to think because there's got to be an example of like just in just this one like this situation we plug.
Oh, who's the guy in the NBA that only shoots half quarters?
Peyton Pritchard.
That's Rudolph. If it's like need to sub in Rudolph, guess
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
It was time for a buzzer beater.
Bang.
But yeah, we would do the Snow Miser song, and when we got older, we would make up our own lyrics that got progressively worse or better, depending on how many cocktails.
Right.
And and we also do this with the what's the Christmas album, the good one, the all the hot dudes that sing Christmas songs, the Rat Pack. We do that too. We make it progressive. Like the funniest song by far is "Baby It's Cold Outside."
Yeah.
And we kind of take our own twists and turns with that one.
See, I scared Max to death when he was a little kid, just singing "Santa Claus is Coming to Town," because I just like, he sees you when you're
That's
sleeping.
awesome.
He knows, and Max was like, he didn't go to sleep that night, freaked out. Mom was pissed.
Well, and you're supposed to, like, so there's no Kevin in his bones.
Mm-mm.
He just was going to take it.
I guess.
What if he Santa-proofed the house?
Sabrion, what y'all think about the Chiefs moving to Kansas and building a smaller stadium? I think it's stupid.
Is that where they belong?
No, well, no, they're leaving Arrowhead. Like, you have a stadium that you're known for. You know what I mean? And you're leaving. They want a dome.
They want a dome?
Yeah, they want an indoor stadium. It'll probably have a retractable roof, but, like, still. I don't know. I think it's stupid. I think you have a legendary stadium in Arrowhead that you've been in for decades, and you're just going to leave it.
What's the worst Christmas song?
The worst Christmas song?
That you have to hear. Like,
All I Want for the Mariah Carey one.
Worst Christmas person is Mariah Carey.
It's just, I hear it too much. It's not that bad of a song. It's too
Overplayed.
much. You know? Like, I don't need to hear it all the time.
My least favorite, The Lord's Prayer by Frank Sinatra. Heard that plenty. You don't need to sing it to me.
Christmas. Okay, let's see. Christmas hits. Christmas classics. Rocking Around the Christmas Tree's good. Let It Snow, good. Jingle Bell Rock.
I don't like any of these.
Run, Rudolph, Run.
No.
Run, Run, Rudolph. You don't like that one?
That one's okay.
White Christmas.
Nope.
I'm
I hate all of these. That's pretty good, though.
Thank you. Santa Baby I don't like.
No.
Santa Baby. It's disgusting. It
Really
makes me uncomfortable.
want to whip your cock out. That's what we do.
Oh my gosh. Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas.
No.
Jingle Bells by Frank Sinatra.
Yeah.
Frosty the Snowman.
By Frank Sinatra.
Do you hear what I hear?
I hate that one.
But it's like it's a callback. And you can just say, Little Drummer Boy.
Fucking hate it.
Dude, really?
Yes.
Ba-rum-pum-pum? Huh?
Mm-mm.
No, not a fan.
Well, see this. I mean, you've been here before.
Of course.
The retail game.
Yes.
Will sour
with
you
you.
on
I'm with
Christmas. We only listened to the Rat Pack Christmas album and
There you go.
Tyler the Creator.
I need to rehear you with the Santa Baby segment here. Because Sabrion just said. It's disgusting.
She come to Christmas.
Oh my word.
Oh, Sean called me in a tizzy because look, you're the one that moved away.
I saw your messages about Sean. Your DMs about Sean.
Oh yeah. Oh,
I hope his score is okay. Oh my gosh. You know what I got cracked up at the other night was another Eastbound and Down blooper. This is maybe the funniest segment of a show ever.
He doesn't fucking understand. You don't understand, you motherfucker. You don't understand, you motherfucker. You fucking cocksucker.
See, that's what I think, P-Dub, too. Little Drummer Boy's a must-have. I like Little Drummer Boy.
Ba-rum-pum-pum-pum. We have no gifts for you.
Ba-rum-pum-pum-pum. See, it's a good one. Let's see, what else we have in here? Yeah, All I Want for Christmas Is You, no. Last Christmas, winner. Last Christmas is in my top 3.
What is that?
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart. The
Never heard.
very next day, you gave it away.
I've never heard that one.
Really?
Yeah.
By Wham?
Oh. See, I told you we only do the. You can't play that.
I know, but you don't recognize that?
Uh-uh.
Let's see what else we have. Carol of the Bells. Dun, 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 dun,
Oh, I forgot about this.
What is that? Oh, yeah.
Sean.
Oh, Feliz Navidad banger.
What's that? Feliz Navidad. Feliz ain't got no dad. So we sing to Jonathan.
Nice. That's not nice. Yeah, there's some good ones in here, but there are a lot of songs.
Shut the fuck up.
Fair enough. I appreciate everybody hanging out with us here on Christmas Eve.
Put your own spin on some Christmas songs, carols.
Yeah,
it really is. It'll change your day. Yes.
Freestyle
So
it.
much fun.
We'll be back Saturday night live from Golf Suites. Join us there. Tune in here.
I am the Grinch, Cindy Lou Who.
We'll see you LSU versus Houston Texas Bowl Saturday night. Don't forget next Thursday, email us with ideas, get in the Discord, sponsors, guests, challenges. We'll see you then.
Oh,
Merry Christmas.
What are the challenges? They have to dress up like the New Year's baby. Just a diaper. Wyatt.
Oh my gosh. I do want to say in the sense of holiday cheer, right? We're wrapping up on the year of 2025, which is the end of the first year Tingle & Co. was born. And just in the Christmas spirit, thank you guys so much.
Yes.
For supporting us, allowing us to do this, and for tuning in every day. The jersey's right here. It will be there on Saturday, Carl. But we appreciate you guys. Merry Christmas to you and your families. And thank you for taking care of us as we continue to get on the microphone and talk about
everything that you want to hear about. Or not.
See you guys on Saturday.
Woo!
Now he's getting married. Oh my God. Why would you get married, motherfucker? It's the worst possible. Now he's getting married. Oh my God. Why would you get married, motherfucker? It's the worst possible commitment you could do. Because as of the day you get married, 50% of everything is hers. I don't care how beautiful she is. Stay her girlfriend. His family, Tina, and the military boys want to wish him the best of luck. Matt says diamonds are forever, and so is Ric Flair. And that's a God's honest truth, brother. I'm a diamond. I'm forever. I've overstayed my welcome, and my name is Ric Flair. Woo!
He's gonna live forever.
Merry Christmas.